Yesterday was rainy, rainy, rainy. I mean, it poured all day long, but last night it cleared, and today it is a beautiful day. And I hope that you're waking up and you're ready to get started for this great day. And I thought today we would do stories all about bravery and being brave, because sometimes in these days it can get a little scary. And one of the bravest things that we can do is tell people when we're scared, because then they can help us through it. And they might not always have the right answers for us, but at least there's an open dialogue, which means that you can talk to somebody about it. So let's get started, huh? Shall we? Let's wake up the day. Let's say hello. Here we go. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. Glad to see you here today. Glad to see you here today. Glad to see you here today. I'm so glad to see you. Okay. So we are so brave. We're going to stand really tall and we're going to roar. Here we go. Roar as loud as you can and roar, roar, roar. As loud as you can and roar, roar, roar. As loud as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, now sometimes being brave doesn't mean you have to roar. Sometimes being brave means you just be quiet. So let's rock side to side. Here we go. Sit in your seat, rock side to side. Sit in your seat, rock side to side. Sit in your seat, rock side to side. I'm so glad to see you. Are you awake yet? Okay, then let's jump up and down. Jump, jump, jump. Up and down and jump, jump, jump. Up and down and jump, jump, jump. Up and down. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, it's my favorite part. We're going to make some funny faces. Break a body like a bunny in your hand. Like a body like a bunny in your hand. I'm so glad to see you. Very good. All right. Let's wave hello, everybody. Hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. Very good, everybody. You guys are getting so good at this song. I love it. Well, let's start with a reading from my favorite book from childhood, Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. And we've been starting every day. If you've been coming every day, we have been starting every day together with a little story from Shel. And here's the poem for today. It's called Homemade Boat. This boat that we built is just fine. And don't try to tell us it's not. The sides and the back are divine. It's the bottom, I guess, we forgot. Let me show you the picture. It's very funny. What happened? They had a little sinking there. Oh, dear. One of the things I love about Shel Silverstein is his quirky sense of humor. Quirky means a little strange. He's got a quirky sense of humor, which I love. And he also makes the most adorable drawings to go with his funny little poems. So he just makes every day great for me. I love Shel Silverstein. Okay, well, our first story of bravery is called The Adventures of Isabel. Now, I must give you a little warning. There are some scary monsters in here, but don't you worry, Isabel takes care of all of them. The Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash, with pictures by James Marshall. There's Isabel. The Adventures of Isabel. She looks quite able, doesn't she? Uh-oh, The Adventures of Isabel. What happened? Isabel looks like she's stuck in the mud. Uh-oh. Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said, "Isabel, glad to meet you. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and straightened her hair up. Then Isabel quietly ate the bear up. Once in a night as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled.
"Ho, ho, Isabel,"
the old witch crowed.
"I'll turn you into an ugly toad."
Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage and showed no rancor, but she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Isabel met a hideous giant. Woohoo! Look how big he is. Let's start at his feet. Whoa! That's a big giant. My book's upside down. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy. The giant was horrid. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. "Good morning, Isabel," the giant said. "I'll grind your bones to make my bread." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled the zwieback she always fed off, and when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Oh my. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and he poked till he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was of coughs and chills, and the doctor's satchel bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, "Swallow this, it will make you well." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor, and Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Yes, she showed him. Isabel once was asleep in bed when a horrible dream crawled into her head. It was worse than a dinosaur, worse than a shark, worse than an octopus oozing in the dark. "Boo!" said the dream with a dreadful grin. "I'm going to scare you out of your skin." That looks pretty scary. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. Isabel had a clever scheme. She just woke up and fooled that dream. Whenever you meet a bugaboo, remember what Isabel used to do. Don't scream when the bugaboo says boo. Just look it in the eye and say, "Boo to you." That's how you banish a bugaboo. Isabel did it, and you can too. Boo to you. Let's practice that all together, shall we? Just like Isabel. Ready? Here we go. When we see a boogaboo, we can say, boo to you, and scare away that boogaboo. Okay, so this next song is not a song about bravery, but it is for me, because this is a song with hand motions. And as you go through the hand motions, step by step, you leave out the words. Now, why this is a brave song is because it's very, very easy to mess a song like this up. So I'm going to be very, very brave, and I am going to sing this for you. And if I mess up, I mess up. It is what it is. And we're going to have fun. So I hope that you can help me with the hand motions, because it goes like this. John Brown's baby, so we rock like this, baby, had a cold, we cross our hands, cold upon his chest. So we bang our chest. John Brown's baby had a cold upon his chest. John Brown's baby had a cold upon his chest, and they rubbed it with camphor oil. So camphor oil was something that they used to use for babies long, long time ago. And it was very stinky, which is why we pinch our nose and go, ugh. So what's going to happen is as the song progresses, we're going to leave different words out. First, we're going to leave out the word baby, and we just do the motion. Then we'll leave out the word cold, and we do the motion. Then we leave out the word chest, and we do the motion. Then we leave out rub, and we do the motion. And we leave out oil. And we still pinch our nose and go bleh. All right? Okay, here we go. This is me being brave. John Brown's baby had... See what I mean? I forgot to turn my phone off this morning and I'm getting a beep, beep, beep. So here we go. Let's start all over again. John Brown's baby had a cold upon his chest. John Brown's baby had a cold upon his chest. John Brown's baby had a cold upon his chest, and they rubbed it with camphor oil. Ugh. John Brown's had a cold upon his chest. John Brown's had a cold upon his chest. John Brown's had a cold upon his chest, and they rubbed it with camphor oil. Ugh. John Brown's had upon his chest. John Brown's had upon his chest. John Brown's had upon his, and they rubbed it with camphor oil. Ugh. John Brown's had upon his. John Brown's had upon his. John Brown's had upon his, and they rubbed it with camphor oil. Ugh. John Brown's had upon his. John Brown's had upon his. John Brown's had upon his, and they with camphor oil. John Brown's had John Brown's had upon his. John Brown's had upon his, and they and that's our song. Isn't that a silly song? And that, what you hear in the background, is my phone going off because I forgot to put my phone on silent. But you know what? We're going to keep going. And you know what? Beeps and trains and all that good stuff. It is what it is. Okay, so the next story I want to read for you is called Zomo the Rabbit. Now, Zomo is one of my favorite stories because it's all about this bunny rabbit. And he is a trickster. And actually, this is a trickster tale from West Africa by Gerald McDermott. And it's called Zomo the Rabbit. Zomo the Rabbit, a trickster tale from West Africa, told and illustrated by Gerald McDermott. I love the pictures and I love the colors. Aren't these colors wonderful? For Jimena. Zomo. Zomo the Rabbit. He is not big. He is not strong, but he is very clever. Ooh, there's Zomo the Rabbit. He's wearing a fabulous shirt. Let me show you that shirt. Ooh, isn't that a fabulous shirt? Time was, Zomo wanted more than cleverness. He wanted wisdom. And so he went to the sky god to ask for it.
Zomo, it is not so simple, said the sky god. To get wisdom, you must earn it.
How? Asked Zomo.
You must do 3 impossible things, answered Sky God. First, bring me the scales of big fish in the sea. Second, bring me the milk of wild cow. Third, bring me the tooth of leopard.
I'll try,
said Zomo. There he goes. Zomo went to the edge of the sea and began to play his drum. He played so loud, his drum beats went down to the bottom of the sea. Deep down below, big fish heard the music of the drum. Big Fish came up out of the water and he danced on the sand. Faster and faster, Zomo beat his drum. And faster, Big Fish danced. Big Fish danced so fast, his scales fell off. Big Fish was naked. Oh dear! Splash! He jumped back into the sea. Zomo quickly scooped up the fish scales into his hat and hopped into the forest. Boing, boing, boing. In the forest, Zomo climbed a palm tree. He looked all around, and then he saw Wild Cow.
Hee hee,
Laughed Zomo.
you're not so big. You're not so strong.
Who's that laughing at me?
Said Wild Cow. There's Wild Cow. Ooh, and can you see Zomo up the tree? But look at Wild Cow. Wild Cow does not look happy.
It's me,
Called Zomo.
and I say you're not even strong enough to knock down this little tree.
Wild Cow got angry and she ran at the tree to knock it down. Pump! She hit that tree, but the palm tree was soft and her horns got stuck. Quickly, Zomo slid down the tree. He turned his drum upside down and filled it with milk. And by the time Wild Cow got unstuck, Zomo was far, far away. Oh boy. Zomo took the path to the top of a high hill. It was the hill where Leopard walked every day. Zomo tipped his hat and sprinkled a few fish scales onto the path. Then Zomo tipped his drum and spilled a few drops of milk onto the path. Then Zomo went to the bottom of the hill and he hid behind a rock. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, isn't it? Soon Leopard came walking up over the hill. He slipped on the slippery scales and the milk. Whoop! And he rolled down the hill. Woo! Boom!
leopard hit that rock and his tooth popped out. Up jumped Zomo and he caught that tooth and quickly he hopped away. Zomo took the scales of big fish, the milk of wild cow, and the tooth of leopard to Sky God. Ooh, leopard does not look happy, does he? Sky God smiled upon Zomo. Oh, you are clever enough to do the impossible, he said, and now I will give you wisdom. Sky God spoke, and Zomo listened. 3 things in this world are worth having. Courage, good sense, and caution, said Sky God. Little rabbit, you have lots of courage, a bit of sense, but no caution. So, next time that you see big fish, or wild cow, or leopard, you had better run fast. Zomo. Zomo is not big. Zomo is not strong. But now Zomo has wisdom. And he is very, very fast. And that's the story of Zomo the Rabbit. There are many very, very good African tales that have a trickster in them, be it a spider or a bird or a rabbit. Well, I want to sing you a song about some animals. And these animals live in a place called Australia. And some of the most dangerous animals in the world live in Australia, believe it or not. So that's why this is a brave song. And it goes like this. And you, every time I say kangaroo, can jump up and down like a kangaroo if you want to. It goes like this. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Watch me wallaby feed, mate. Watch me wallaby feed. They're a dangerous breed, mate. So watch me wallaby feed. Everybody now, tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Take me koala back, Jack. Take me koala back. They live off of the track, Jack. Take me koala back. One more time we go. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Watch me platypus duck, Bill. Watch me platypus duck. Don't go running amok, Bill. Just watch me platypus duck. Everybody, tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. One more time we go. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. I hope you guys were jumping. I love kangaroos. I've seen a kangaroo up close and, believe it or not, actually got to hold a kangaroo one time. And that was pretty exciting. They're beautiful creatures. Very, very, very sweet. They have little faces that almost look like puppy dogs. Well, I thought it would be fun to end today with a little story from A.A. Milnes, Now We Are Six. And you may know A.A. Milne because he wrote the stories of Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin. And this one is from the book Now We Are Six, and it is called Us Two, with decorations, it says, as opposed to illustrations, with decorations by Ernest H. Shepard, and story by A.A. Milne. Now We Are Six. And the poem is called Us Two. Wherever I am, there's always Pooh.
There's always Pooh and me. Whatever I do, he wants to do.
Where are you going today? Says Pooh. Oh, well, that's very odd, 'cause I was too. Let's go together, says Pooh, says he. Let's go together, says Pooh.
What's twice 11? I said to Pooh.
Twice what?
Said Pooh to me.
I think it ought to be 22. That's just what I think myself, said Pooh. It wasn't an easy sum to do, but that's what it is, said Pooh.
Said he.
That's what it is, said Pooh.
Look at these little drawings. Aren't they cute? There's Pooh doing the sums. Can you see that? Let's look for dragons, I said to Pooh.
Yes, let's,
said Pooh to me. We crossed the river and found a few.
Yes, those are dragons, all right, said Pooh. As soon as I saw their beaks, I knew. That's what they are, said Pooh, said he. That's what they are, said Pooh.
Let's frighten the dragons, I said to Pooh.
That's right,
said Pooh to me. I'm not afraid, I said to Pooh, and I held his paw, and I shouted, Shoo, silly old dragons! And off they flew. I want to show you these pictures first because they're so cute. I think those dragons might have been turkeys.
I wasn't afraid, said Pooh, said he. I'm never afraid with you.
So wherever I am, there's always Pooh. There's always Pooh and me. What would I do, I said to Pooh, if it wasn't for you? And Pooh said,
True. It isn't much fun for one, but two can stick together, said Pooh, said he. That's how it is, says Pooh.
And there we see Pooh and Christopher Robin heading up to bed. And can you see Pooh right down there? He's following after Christopher Robin. Well, guys, I hope you're feeling brave today. Let's go out and conquer the day. Let's make it a wonderful day. Let's go out for a walk if we can. If it's as beautiful where you live as it is for me, well, I hope you can get outside today because it is a beautiful, beautiful day. I will be back tomorrow with more songs and stories. But right now, it's time to say goodbye. Well, goodbye, Ethan. Goodbye, Paolo. Goodbye, Allie. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Maya. Goodbye, Christina. Goodbye, JC. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Melissa. Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Helen. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Madeline. Goodbye, Lillian. Goodbye, Gabriella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. And remember, stories and songs like this are not just for the young. They're for the young at heart, too. So if you have a grandparent that you want to share this with, make sure you do so. Because I'm going to be here every day in the week telling stories and singing songs. And I'd love to have as many of you guys join as possible. So let's take one hand, put it on one shoulder. Take the other hand, put it on the other shoulder. And let's squeeze and close our eyes. Because that's me giving you a great big brave hug to my great big brave friends. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow.